I think I have a blown head gasket because it's very hard to start and there is white smoke coming from the tailpipe. So let me start. So, because this is a do-it-yourself channel, I'm gonna make head gasket repair solution. I don't know is it work or not, but I have nothing to lose. So it's called liquid glass. It's sodium silicate, and it has also water glass name, but this is basically liquid glass because these amounts I put smaller amount of sodium hydroxide, so then it's gonna be liquid glass. So what I need, this is drain opener. There is somewhere there is mention what is this. This is something like that, 60 or 90% of sodium hydroxide. And these do not eat bags. These containers that silicon dioxide, which is silicon gel. These are it. Also I need a scale, some cups, container, and some where I'm gonna cook it. I also take this iron if I need heat. This is in lowest settings, and I get something like when it's turn on, it's like 70 Celsius, and then it's gonna drop down. But it can't be too hot because it can be hardened if it's too hot. This is for maybe if I want to filter it later, and these are for steering. But first thing what I need to do is measure this silicon gel, and I'm gonna make it double because this is so big container. So I need 120 grams of silicon dioxide. I hope I have so much. We'll see that. Okay, so there is now 120 grams of silicon dioxide, aka silicon gel. Next I'm gonna put two cups of water there. Okay, here we go. And another. Okay, so there is the 200 milliliters of water and 120 grams of silicon dioxide in the pot. Looks like I need to heat up this water. I should use hot water, but now now I need to heat up with this iron. These gels, they don't wanna dissolve in this water right now. This ain't gonna work. I have been cooking this for a while and those gel, they don't dissolve in the water. I make some mistakes. This silicon dioxide, silica gel, it doesn't need to dissolve into that water. It dissolves when I add this sodium hydroxide in that solution. I also have wrong kind of mixture. This is the right one if I want to make liquid glass. That earlier one was for water glass. This is liquid glass, which is a little bit leaner solution. So this is the formula. It's 2 moles of sodium hydroxide plus 2 moles of silicon dioxide. And I made calculations. So it's 80 grams of sodium hydroxide in the 1 liter of water and 120 grams of silicon dioxide in 1 liter of water. But this water, it doesn't matter. I can put less water or more water when I'm gonna add this to the car. There is lots of water, so this doesn't matter. Now I have on gloves and I'm gonna measure now the 80 grams of sodium hydroxide, and then I'm gonna add it there. And maybe I don't need heat, but we'll see that. Okay, so 80 grams of this. I have been cooking this for a while. I forgot to cross those silica gel balls, so this gonna last forever.
2 hours later.
Now it's almost all the particles are in the solution, and now I'm gonna filter this. So let's test it. I take a little bit here, put it there, and then we're gonna heat up with lacquer. As you can see, it's turned to crystals again, hard stuff, and this gonna fix your leaking head gasket. I look up some commercial products, and they have this liquid glass solution only less than 5% in their bottle, and the bottle is about it's 24 oz, so it's like 700 milliliters. And if you want 5% of 700, I have calculated it's 35.45. and this commercial manual said that you use only half bottle to 3 or 4 cylinder engines, and it's 7.5 liters coolant. So this one has coolant system without AC is 8 liters. So I think 35.44, it's something like 18.5 milliliters. But I have this kind of syringe. This is 25 milliliters. So I take 20 milliliters of that stuff, and it should be enough. It's gonna be leave in the system. I don't drain the system or anything, because these commercial products don't do that either. There is only liquid glass, and this is copper. This is just additive. It's not, you don't really need that. So I need to check out the radiator and maybe take off some liquid. I'm gonna use this and put that liquid in here. Instruction says engine cool down. Okay, it's cool engine. Shake well. Then I'm gonna take it to the syringe. Okay, so there I have 20 milliliters of liquid glass, and I'm going to pour it to the inject it in the system now. Okay, it's there. Maybe I add some coolant back like that, and then there I need to place this cap back, and then so next step is start the engine, turn the heater on, and fan hot and high, and idle for 15 minutes. And this one needs to be turned hot. Can you see that? No, it doesn't. Okay, and then turn the heater max. Oh, fuck. And then we just get it idle for 15 minutes. Now it's been on almost 50 minutes, but the temperature is not rising because they want to put heat on and full blast. So this heater core is cooling engine so much that it's not gonna rise to the normal operating temperature. So there is nothing going on here, and the thermostat won't open because it's too cold. So I'm gonna put the fan off for a while. It has been idle for a long time, and the temp is what it should be. I also turned the heater on. Maybe I now turn it cool because it's summer and it is hot. There is water or something coming out from the exhaust, so maybe it's because this car is sitting so much. I take that cap off, but I don't see any movement there, but I can feel the heater, sorry, radiator, and this is hot, so the liquid is circulating in there. I think I'm gonna drive some time, and then I'm gonna shut down the engine, and next time when I'm start we see does that help or not. I came back from the drive, and then I'm put that back that coolant which was in coffee pot, and then I realized that it won't go back. There was leftover, so maybe I have too much of coolant in the system. Of course there is that valve which open and lets off if there is too much pressure, but I think that maybe cause something. And now when I'm back inside the car, I can see that the temp is a little bit higher than normal, but we see that next time when I'm gonna start this car, then we see is there any improvement about that liquid glass. Now this car has been sitting for 2 days. Let's try to start it. Does that liquid water works? Liquid glass, sorry. No. Still hard to crank. Maybe it needs a few more sizeless, or maybe I add just more. Okay, next day, and this is the 3rd time I start the car. Next time I add some, last time I add some more liquid glass in the heating system, and let's see is it do something. It starts better. You don't have to crank so much, so maybe it's doing something. Looking good. And another day, and this is the 4th time I start the car, cold engine. Little bit hard to start. Okay, so this is, I don't know, 4th or 5th time I try to start cold start, so we see what happens. Okay, it doesn't start well. Okay, so here is the plan. I remove these bolts, nuts here, so I can remove this, or at least move in, and I'm gonna remove this hose and maybe that hose, so I can push the water through here. It goes in the heater core, then it goes to engine, and then it's come out here, but it can't go here because this is closed, but it goes back to the water pump and then to the radiator lower hose. So that's how I'm gonna drain that heater and engine. And here is I put some tube in the drain hole and it's go in the container. So now I'm gonna crack open this plastic screw. There should be. Okay, now it stops. Maybe if I remove this cap, now it's grey, as you can see. There is about 8 liters of coolant. We'll see if that container is enough. I have second option here. I think I'm not gonna use that same liquid because it's contained and I don't have a container right now. That was what I'm first think about. But yes. So this one's raining. Yes. Okay. So that's fine. Now I can push water flush the system from there, and maybe later from there. And last I maybe remove this so this the water can flow off. So I got water hose. Hope this is the same. Yeah. Oh yes, this is very tight fit. So now I can open this, and now we are flushing the system. What's happening there? Nothing yet. It starts to look like just the water. So we don't need that container anymore. Flush this. Then through this hole. Maybe I can now remove this other hose. Put water there. Okay. Maybe we crack this one also. Last thing we need to do is move this hose, I think. As you can see, there was still that red stuff. And this one, as you can see, it's not go through. Now it's flushed. that one is closed. And now we can fill it with water. Okay, now there is water comes here. How about this one? Okay. Let me place this one back. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't connect those yet, because these are just open when this is not connected. And then I think we're gonna place water here. Okay, so the commercial product is 20 OS, which is like 600 milliliters, and there is 10 to 25% of that liquid glass in that, so it gave me 25% of 600 milliliters is 150 milliliters, and there is this same if you have 4-cylinder engine mix half bottle, so it's about 75, but I wanna make some more, so maybe I put whole 100 milliliters, or maybe 75, because we have this, so that's 25, 15, 50, and this is 75, and we add it in the hot water, and the guide said that we need to put it in the warm water, and now I'm just gonna fill this in the radiator. It's almost perfect in that mark. And now we just wait until the temperature is rising to the normal operation temperature. Okay, so this is the next day. I'm gonna check out this coolant level. It's spot on where it should be. Then we maybe try to start cold start. I place this solenoid cable back so I can control those solenoids. Okay, so cold start next morning after we added liquid glass in the system with water, and that was rich mixture. So is it doing something or not? Still hesitate. Well, let it run until it's hot again. I think I'm gonna add full dose. So yesterday I put 75 milliliters, so now I put another 75 though. Then there is 150. Okay, so I have been driving this for a while, and now it's again cold. So this time we let this run high idle for 1 hour. Okay, so the motor has been run for 1 hour in high idle. It's little bit hotter than normal, but I have only at 2 fan setting. This is my high idle stick. Okay, so now it's normal idle, and we turn off the engine, and tomorrow or someday we try to start and check if that liquid glass has done something. So yesterday we ran this high idle for 1 hour, and now is next day, and now we try to start it, and we see if that stuff doing anything. Okay, it starts fine. Okay, this has been sitting for over a week, so let me see how about the start now. Not so good, but that can be because this is sitting for over a week. Okay, now this has sitting for 4 days. Let's see how it's gonna start. Not good. So this is not gonna work. So I'm gonna add more this stuff. So I need remove some coolant, and then add more. Okay. And now I'm just let it run until it's hot. Now this is at operation temperature. I have high idle. It has been run for some time. Maybe I now shut down it and try maybe tomorrow or some else day. And there is now all that stuff that I made before in cooling system. So it should be done something. Cold starts after the whole bottle of liquid glass. No luck. Okay, so that liquid glass didn't work, so I'm now trying to make water glass, which it's almost same, but it's a little bit different formula. So this is, I don't know what this stuff is. This do not eat grains. Again, we need 60. Silicon dioxide is this what I'm now using. So we need 60, but this is almost half of it. Okay, so maybe I'll make half. So I need 30 grams of this stuff. Okay, that's 30. 30 grams of that. And what then? This is Nerd Rage channel I use. 100. Okay, so it's half of that. 100 million. So this is 100. So I make half of this. It's very low. That's half. And then put these grains here. They're popping there.
They bubble, but that's just air inside the silica gel being forced out by water. It's not actual boiling. You might be wondering why the blue indicator particles are still blue.
Yeah.
I found I had to leave the silica hydroxide
80 grams, so it's 40.
in small portions. Don't add it all at once, or it will out
No,
of control from the
40.
suffocating.
Grain opener 40 grams. Need to be careful. A little bit too much. Okay, that's 40. Then I just add that stuff here, but slowly. Car has rest for some time after that when I'm running it too hot. Now I want to check the pH. Ooh, how much this is? This is quite a good value. It should be 8 or something, and this is almost 8. So it's good. So the car has been off for a few hours, and now I'm gonna try to start it, and let's see how it goes. Okay, now it starts fine. Okay, so this is next day, cold start. Not good. Okay, now there is some hope with this. We go to rent cabin, and there was a highway, and I drive with high gear with high RPM. It was 3000 RPM for a long time, and after that, next day cold start, there was no problem. It starts fine. Same thing yesterday, and yesterday we also drive with highway with high RPM for some time, and now is the third time I'm gonna start this. 2 times before it starts fine, so this is like a moment of truth. Is it still starts fine? As you can see, the engine is cold now. Let's start. Now it starts fine. So maybe that stuff finally do something. So few times it starts okay, but then it's got this same problem again. I check out those spark plugs and they seems pretty white, so it's mean like lean or something, especially with number 4 cylinder is really white. I wanna check compression, and then I maybe switch for these plugs. These are for my friend's Toyota Starlet plugs, but they are really low mileage. I can try these if these make a difference. I figure out maybe last time when I'm driving, I make some heavy motor braking, so maybe that makes so much vacuum there that it sucks that liquid glass, water glass, sediment back to cylinder, and then it starts to leak again. This time this starts again fine, so maybe those plugs doing something. I need to try those. And now I'm gonna check the compression, is this same all cylinders. Compression test looks fine. All those cylinders have almost same values that there was before. Last time it was wait a minute, yeah, these values, and before it was those, and now it's these. So there is not so much difference. Okay, so now there is those used sparks plugs from the Toyota, and compression test was good. Now I need to put back this fuel pump relay fuse, and now we can try to start it. What's happening? It starts pretty good. I wanna also try to spray some brake cleaner, so if there is some leakage, I can intake leakage I can speed up the RPM. Nothing happens. So there is no leakage in the intake system. How about the oil? Why is it so low? Maybe it's because this engine is running, but there is no milkshake. much over blow by, but I don't know, maybe it's normal in this engine, I don't know. Thermostat is not open yet. But earlier I checked out and there was no bubbling in coolant system also. Maybe there is some small hole somewhere in the head gasket, but I don't know. I keep testing this car and we see those spark plugs helps anything or not. Okay, so the water glass doesn't help. So next thing I'm thinking, I'm gonna remove this valve cover and then I'm gonna tighten those head bolts. Maybe they are stretched up, so maybe I just need to tighten up a little bit, and that maybe block that leak. Also, I found out that the water glass is you can make it hard with CO2. I have soda machine there where is CO2, so maybe I remove those plugs and then put CO2 in the cylinder, and maybe it's harden that water glass in that hole. But I don't know. Maybe I have to test it before I take a little bit of this solution here and then trying to harden it with CO2. So first I need to remove that air duct. That is off. Then I need to remove that spark plug cover. And then there's spark plug. Wires. What next? I think I can remove now these 10mm bolts. I forgot this one bolt here, but now I think I can take this off. Yeah. Okay. So there is the okay. So the valve cover is off now, and this looks very good. Almost none wear, but this is weird. Why this looks that like milkshake? Is there water near this? No, it doesn't came off. So that one is some kind of paint. There is double chain, and these head bolts are 9mm hexagon, and I have here that how much they need to, which order I need to tighten those, but it's like from the center to the edge. Okay, so this is the plan here. Stage 1 is 15, stage 2 is 35, then it's 90 degrees. Then need to wait 10 minutes and then 90 degrees. But I don't have any torque for hexagon, so or that scale. Maybe I just need to try to tighten those with some kind of I use this kind of for leverage. This is copper tube. What's happening? This just bones there. How much is the? This is 9mm. So is it 10? Ten doesn't go, and 9 just bounce. So 10mm is too much and 9 is too low. So I think I'm not gonna buy tool for that, because this is do it yourself. I'm gonna file off this so much that this will fit in those bolts. We'll return that after that. So I found out those bolts are not hexagon. They have this special type of socket need for those. So that's why my sockets will not work those hexagon type. So I need to forget this tightening those bolts. I'm not gonna buy that bit for those. Next thing I think I'm trying that CO2. So now I'm gonna take a sample here from this liquid. And then I put CO2 for this, and we see does it gonna cure or not. I'm really skeptic about this, but we will see. So there is our soda machine. and this one has CO2, like you see, CO2. And CO2 is heavier than air, so when I press this, it should stay on this cup. I don't see nothing happens. So maybe there is not enough that water glass in this. But nothing happens. So but as you can see, the valve cover is looking fine. There is no milkshake. So the leak is very tiny. Only thing is that the car is hard to start sometimes. So this is the conclusion. I have been driving this for some time, and when I use 3000 RPM for a long time, it works then fine few times, and when I'm using hard motor braking, then it starts again to fail that start. So there is so tiny hole that vacuum is, when I'm motor braking, the vacuum is sucks that plug from the hole, and then it starts to leak again. Another what it could be, where is the piston in the engine when I stop it? So if the piston is right up, maybe there is no space for that liquid to pour in the cylinder. So maybe that caused that when the car starts fine. But there was maybe 3 times in a row when it starts okay. So I don't know, is it that or that motor braking or what caused it? But I'm now gonna drain out that liquid, and I'm gonna save it for later if this head gasket goes more badly. Maybe it works then. But I'm gonna use that old coolant and pour it back in the system, and take that liquid glass with those canisters and save it for later use. But this is the last time in this video I'm gonna start it. So we'll see how it's gonna start. No, I don't know. Pretty bad, but not that long start still. Okay, thanks for watching.